Hi, I'm Mrs.D Math. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be covering how to find the volume of triangular prisms in 7th grade math. So let's go ahead and get started. First, we're going to start out with what is a prism. And we've already covered rectangular prisms, so you might remember that a rectangular prism has 6 faces. 2 of them are going to be bases, and we can use the width, length, and height in order to find the volume. Today we're going to be covering triangular prisms. Triangular prisms, the only difference is that their base is a triangle. So the first word of your prism is going to indicate the shape of the base. So when we had a rectangular prism, we had a rectangular base. Now that we have a triangular prism, we're going to have a triangular base. There are still 2 bases. So a prism indicates how many bases, and the word in the front indicates the shape of the base. In order to find the volume, we are looking for the space inside of the prism. So let's go on into the formula. So here our volume is going to be capital B times H. But we do need to break this down because we know that if it is a capital B, that capital B stands for the area of the base. And so I like to think of a capital letter in a formula indicating that I'm going to have to do a little bit of math to find that number. It's not just going to be a number in the actual image itself. So the area of the base here is a triangle. And the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So our capital B is 1/2 base times height of the triangle, and then the height indicates the distance between the 2 bases. So let's go ahead and put this into some practice. So here we have a prism. Now, this prism is in fact a triangular prism. The thing that's tricky about it is it's not sitting on the base. It's actually sitting on one of the faces, which is a rectangle. So your base is going to be this triangle on both ends. And I can see here that my triangle has 3 numbers. I've got 3 going down the center, 4 on the side length, and 4 on the base. So I know in order to find the area of this base, which is a triangle, that I need to look for this right angle. That right angle is going to tell me what the base and the height are. And I do know that this 4 is also this down here, this end down here. They are the same size. And so I'm going to multiply 1/2 base times height. So that would be 4 times 3. So the last thing I need to do is multiply by the height of the prism. So the height of the prism is going to be this length right here, the length that is between the 2 bases. So I'm going to find my 2 triangles. I'm going to find the length between those 2 bases. And I'm going to multiply that last times the height of the prism. So we do have 2 heights in this case because there is a height in the base of a triangle. So we do need to use both of them. The only number we don't need in this case is this 4. We don't need the slanted height of the actual base, so we aren't going to need that 4. All right, so let's go ahead and solve. I do want to get rid of my half first, and I know that I can reduce things before I start working. Since I'm multiplying everything, it doesn't really matter which order I go in. And I'm going to find first half of 4, which is 2. So that's going to go ahead and get rid of my fraction for me. So now I'm left with 2 times 3, which is 6, and then I need to multiply that times 5.5. So I'm left with one simple math problem with a decimal. I'm going to go ahead and multiply that over here on the side. And once I've multiplied out my numbers, I'm going to go up to the problem. I have 1 number behind the decimal, so I'm going to move my decimal 1 back in my answer. So the volume of this triangular prism is 33. It is not labeled with anything, so I'm going to label that units cubed. Now you always want to label your volume as cubed. If you notice, we multiplied 3 dimensions together, a base and height of the base and the height of the prism. So that would indicate 3 dimensions, so I'm going to cube my answer. All right, let's go ahead and try another problem. And now we have an image with a triangular prism, and this is a right triangle. I can see right here my right angle. So that means that the 5 and the 12 are the base and the height of the triangle. Again, this one is not laying on its base. The base is going to be your triangles. And so I don't want to worry about the 13. That's the other side of the base, the triangle. I do want to look at 4 2/3. This is going to be the length between my two bases, which is the height of my prism. If you need to, you can always imagine your prisms laying on the base. So if I adjust this image to where we're laying on the triangles, okay, so this is my base, then I know that this is my other base. I can see here that the distance between those two is going to be my height of the prism. So let's go ahead and plug this into our formula. So we have the volume is 1/2 base times height of the triangle. So that would be my 5 times 12. And then I'm going to multiply times the height of the prism, which is 4 2/3. So now I'm going to go ahead and work this out. I'm going to find half of 12, which is 6. And then I'm going to do 6 times 5, which is 30. While I'm in the process of writing down the next step, I'm going to go ahead and do around the world here, and I'm going to turn my mixed number into an improper fraction. So that's 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14 over 3. So now all I have left to do is multiply this out. I could go ahead and multiply the 14 times 30 and then divide by 3, but I do know that I can reduce the 30 by the 3 first, so that ends up being 30 divided by 3 is 10, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. So now I'm left with 10 times 14, and I know that 10 times 14 is 140. So this one is going to be 140 inches, and we're going to cube it again because I am multiplying all 3 dimensions. So just like with your volume of a rectangular prism, that one was length times width times height, because the base, the area of the base, which was my capital B, was length times width for a rectangle. This one, the only difference is now I need to worry about the area of a triangle, and again, that's where I get the 1/2 base times height for the triangle. Let's try another example with a word problem. So a tent at a scout camp is shaped like a triangular prism. The triangular base has a height of 4 feet and a base of 6 feet. What is the length of the tent if the volume of the tent is 120 cubic feet? So let's go ahead and put an image to this. And if you don't have a picture, you can always draw one. Might not be perfect, but you can draw it at least enough to where you can label it. And I can see that the other part of my tent is missing. So if I want to go ahead and continue this image, I can do this. This one isn't exactly drawn to scale, but I have the measurements here in the problem. So the triangular base has a height, and I can see that my right angle would be here. So the height is 4 feet, and the base is 6 feet. So there's my base and height of the triangle. So they want me to find the length of the tent, which is from this triangle to this triangle. So that is actually the height of my prism, because it is the distance between the two bases, which are both triangles. So now I can go ahead and fill in my equation with what I know. I know the volume is 120. I do know the capital B is 1/2, 6 times 4. And then I don't know the height of the prism. So I'm going to put an H there indicating what I'm missing. So again, let's go ahead and simplify the right side. I can find half of 6, which is 3, and 3 times 4 is 12. So now I know 12 times the height equals 120. And then the last thing I want to do is divide by 12. So I'm going to divide both sides by 12. So I know 12 divided by 12 leaves me with an H, and 120 divided by 12 is 10. And this one is labeled feet, because I'm just looking for the height, one dimension. If they wanted me to find the volume, then it would be cubed. But the height of this tent, or in this case, the length of the tent, is 10 feet. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Mrs. D Math, and this has been Finding the Volume of Triangular Prisms in 7th grade math. Have a great day. Bye.